Hey y'all. I know a couple weeks ago I had answered the question on what is prayer, right? And because in the Bible, in Matthew's, it tells us what is prayer, and that's the Lord's Prayer. Do that mean that it's wrong to make requests to God? No, it is not, right? Because in First Timothy chapter 2, verse 1, it says, therefore I exhort first of all that supplications, prayers, intercessions, and giving of thanks be made for all men, for kings, and all who are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life in all godliness and reverence. For this is good and acceptable in the sight of God our Savior, who desires all men to be saved and to come to the knowledge of the truth. So, and that's First Timothy chapter 2, and it's verse 1 through 3. So I want you to know that making requests to God, that's supplications, right? So those are humble requests to God, because there's one God, and you make humble requests to God. It is different from prayers, right? Because it says supplications, comma, prayers, comma, intercessions. Prayers, that is when you saying the Lord's Prayer, right? You just putting prayers up, because, and then you also have intercession, is when you are praying for other people, right? And there are intercessors who pray for other people. Intercessions and giving of thanks. Always being thankful, right? When you are discussing God or addressing God, you always thankful for what He has done in your life. So there are four different types of prayer, if you want to call them prayer. But what I'm trying to say is that none of it is wrong, right? None of it is wrong. It is all right. The whole thing is to talk to God, to address God. God cares about what you care about, but it's still going to be His will, not ours. So that is the importance of the Lord's Prayer, is always surrendering our will, letting God know that we want His will done on earth as it is in heaven, right? Supplications is making requests because God cares about what you care about. Intercessions is praying for other people because God tells us to love thy neighbor as we love ourselves. And giving thanks, right? Always make a joyful noise unto the Lord. So none of it is wrong. They are all different and they are all right in God's eyes. But when you ask me what is prayer, I'm going to take you to the Lord's Prayer in Matthew, because it says this is how you pray, right? But like I said, making requests to God is not wrong. Supplications, it is making requests to God. In some versions it says petitions, but both of them are making humble requests. So none of it is wrong. I had the same question. That's why I wanted to make sure that I addressed it on here, because I had the same question. I had I text one of my minister friends and I asked her, like, does this mean that we doing it wrong? Like, cause I was frantic. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be doing it wrong. I'm up here trying to lead people with what I know and share what I know and what I've learned. And I don't want to lead nobody wrong. I don't want to do it wrong, because I love God and I love people and I want people to love God, but I don't want to lead nobody astray. So I wanted to know what was right. And so I had the same question. That's why I wanted to address it on here and let you know that there are different ways to pray. When I was younger, they used to tell me, you just talk to God. And now I understand why they say that, because it's any words that you put up, as long as you are humble and you are giving thanks and you are surrendering your will, prayer is conversations with God, and God cares about what you care about. So you share it all with Him. God is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. You can't be afraid to talk to Him, and we talk to Him through prayer.